What's good? What's good? Excuse me. Somebody from apparently Iran commented on my last video, and I think they used the word pathetic in relation to the fact that I considered myself blessed because I had 2 free coffees and one of my cousins sent me $100 to help with my medical appointment that I have in a few weeks. That's a whole nother thing. You'll have to watch other videos of mine. But I just want to say that, and I said this to them in the response, but I despise the imperialistic government of America that works with other imperialistic countries in the Middle East to wage war on the people of Iran and in other countries. I know Syria, Lebanon, the list is endless. Imperialism is bad. And I wanted to make another video titled something like, imperialism is crap, but fighter jets are cool. Because it's what they call Seafair Weekend in Seattle. It's a big, huge community event, and there's a lot of controversy around the fact that the Blue Angels perform. And a lot of Seattle people don't like the Blue Angels because they represent imperialism, and I get it. I agree. But fighter jets are cool. They're just fucking cool. But anyways, so imperialism sucks. I'm sorry to the person. They said they stopped watching my video shortly in. But if you watch this one, because haters are weird, sometimes you guys you're weird. I really am sorry that my government is messing with your country. I wish there was more I could do. I'm homeless. But anyways, let me get into the title of this video because it's connected. Because my government has destroyed this country. And if you want to get deeper into it, is it really our government or is it the bankers? And it's the bankers. But $100 bill is the new $20 bill. And that's kind of in my brain because, like I said, my cousin sent me $100 to help, and it's I'm very thankful. But $100 doesn't go as far as it used to. Back in the day, I'm 38. 20 years ago, if you had a $20 bill in your pocket and it was 2 to 3 days before payday, you weren't stressing, because with $20 you could get lunch, you could get gas, and you could get a Mountain Dew. I don't drink Mountain Dew anymore. I'm a kombucha guy now. But back then, realistically, you could literally get a $5 footlong from Subway, put $10 of gas in your tank, which would be 7 gallons. Gas used to be under $2. It used to be under $1.50. Oh my, I miss the $1.50 gas days. So you get $10 of gas in your tank, $5 footlong. You got a Mountain Dew. And then, yeah, you might have to eat top of ramen or cup of noodles the next day until it's payday. So it's Wednesday, you got $20. What do? You get Subway and a $5 footlong, and you get as many fixins as you can. I can tell you these details because I've literally done this in my life. Every fixin that you could get, you make that sandwich as big as you can get, and then you eat that. And then you go put $10 in your tank, and then you get a Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew is good. And actually a Fast Break as well. I like Reese's Fast Break. And then the next day, Thursday, you just got to eat cup of noodle. And then maybe you have some ground beef and some rice. Relatively affordable. I've lived that life. I know it. But now, $100 to get the same amount of gas, it's not 10, it's 30 or 40. So out of that $100, let's say $40 is gone already. Lunch, the $5 footlong now is $15 to $20 because everybody expects a tip, and in Seattle the minimum wage is high, so like the costs of everything are higher. And so I feel very fair in saying that the $100 bill is the new $20 bill. And if you also feel that way, I would encourage you to explore the root of inflation and to explore central banking fiat currency and explore the fact that the government has this monopoly on the issuance of currency. But the thing is, our government doesn't actually issue currency. It gets permission from Congress and the Senate, blah, 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 to print money, which in this day and age doesn't even mean anything. It's just zeros on a computer screen. The level of fakeness that our current money system embodies is going to put a lot of people in for a rude awakening. I still think there's 20 to 40 more years, honestly, of this sort of technocratic era trying to take over the planet. I think ultimately they're going to fail, but I think they're going to continue to try for 20 to 40 more years, and they will have some victories along the way. They will build and develop some smart cities. They will continue to conduct psyops and manipulate the masses. But our goal and our objective is to outlive them. And it may not even be us. Like, it's not going to be me that outlives them. It's going to be our children and our grandchildren. And it is our duty, and I know I talk about this a lot, building the new earth. It's our duty to literally go build separate societies away from the technocrats and away from the oligarchs. And then once we've built these separate societies, we need to preserve ways of being and ways of knowing. And that's kind of a nebulous or vague starting point, but it's just come to me to use that language and to sort of build upon it. So when I think of ways of being, I think about the way in which we interact with the environment. So animal husbandry, that's a specific example. When I say the ways of being, preserving this concept of animal husbandry. That's a really cool concept. I didn't even know about that word until like a few years ago. I mean, I knew about the concept, but like specifically having an entire study, an entire discipline dedicated to how to humanely interact with, raise, and cultivate livestock in an ethical and loving manner. Man, when I learned about that, I was like, fuck yes, that is my goal in life. That is a way of being. And when the technocracy implodes, what better skill will there be than farming and ranching? Like cattle ranching, literally cattle, pig, goat. I'm going to sidetrack real quick and then I'll wrap up the video. Goats, man, they're so funny and they have so much personality and I love them and they're stubborn. They remind me of myself, which is why I love them, because it's good to have those mirrors. And because I acknowledge I'm stubborn, and then it's very humbling interacting with them. But like their meat is also good. And so I'm really torn with how do I raise goats? And that's where the animal husbandry comes in. And I've also got ideas around, I might not slaughter my goats. I might trade some for already pre-slaughtered meat and sort of cut that element out of my personal food chain. I'm still going to eat goat meat. It is delicious. Oh man. But I want goats. I want 10 acres and I want goats. And I will get there. And if you have goals, you will get there too. We have to just work hard. That's why I live in a van, because I'm just slowly trying to save money, buying a little bit of crypto here and there. And hopefully in 1 to 3 years, after I've accumulated a fair amount of crypto and crypto is at a good price, that's how I'm going to buy my land. I think you, wherever you're at in life, should figure out your own plan. But damn, inflation is insane. And it's entirely created by our banking system. And when you have these sort of revelations, it helps you understand the direction the totalitarians are trying to go, or the authoritarians, and it also provides you a direction of where you can go. So if you know they're going this direction and you want to avoid where they go, you go the opposite direction. And that's what we're going to do. That's this whole concept of parallel institutions and parallel societies. I'm going to wrap up the video here. Please check the description if you want to buy some merch or support me in other ways. Like you can go buy crypto, use my link to open a Coinbase account and buy some crypto, and we both benefit. And then we all benefit when crypto gets adapted more in common use. I'll shut up now. Much love.